Mic on.
Good afternoon. What to do, Remery? First, D. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? How's everything coming along with the game? Did you make any good progress towards like the whole level design thing that we talked about? Awesome. To anyone who's on YouTube, welcome as well. Feel free to type in the chat. Ask any questions. Introduce yourself. This thing would update, that'd be great. There we go. It's going and trying to make more levels more filled up. Nice. Do you guys or do you have any what do you call this? Like other assets, like other stuff to fill in the world? You know, barrels, crates, cars, whatever. That does help, you know. At an dream box, you can shoot. Okay, cool, nice. Because the thing, you know, it obviously takes could be a decent amount to fill in the world, but obviously the more variation you have, you could be doing the same thing in each level, but having that variation will make it feel different when in reality it's not. It's just you're replacing boxes with cars and crates with barrels or whatever. Okay, already that. Let's update from main. Okay. I wonder if she's available. Let me see. Go. Oh, that's right. Oops, I forgot to post this on my Instagram. By the way, Remy, I don't know if you already did it or not. You could join my Discord if you like. So whenever you're live, you could also post it on there too. Any of the other guys in the chat will typically go on there and follow you as well. If you're interested, again, no pressure. Let me just post this on my Instagram. You also have my YouTube channel on there. I'm streaming on YouTube now, but I just kind of do it just because why not, really? Let's see. So let me send it here. Sorry, 1 second. Probably should have done this beforehand, but I was busy making my morning coffee. Oh, you are in there. Perfect. I figured you were. I don't know why. I just forgot to mention it again. Are you posting? Hey, why don't you post when you're going live, by the way? You have the self-promo channel. That's it's meant for that. Alright, where am I doing this? Here. Gotta find that freaking my logo picture that for some reason is 200 pictures deep at this point. There it is. Go. Sweet. Alright, that's done. I didn't go to live recently. I think I posted once. Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, again, if you ever want to, it's there for you guys to use. See, Bar uses it a lot. I try and tune into whoever is on there because that's the thing. Like, I'm in, like, what, maybe like 7 different Discords. Like, just, you know, for like, you know, getting more followers, more people to tune into your stream, etc., etc. But it gets hectic. So kind of like now, whenever I see someone that's kind of residual that I see in here often, I say, hey, look, if you are interested, join my Discord. If you stream, cool, you can post it. But obviously, if you don't, you can obviously tune in whenever you like, because it just organizes it more better for me. Because going into these Discords and going through each one and then tabbing them out, I used to do that a lot, but it got to the point it just became way too much. Let me see if I have too many tabs open. Alright, we're good here. Oh. My stream crash? Hello? Testing? Oh no, it's still going. Okay. That was weird. My stream was fine, but the manager for the stream was all fucked up. Alright. I did this already, so let's go into the project. Ah, there's the bot. I am going this one, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. I gotta disable this stupid cable component. I usually have like 2 streams open to the slurk and bump the viewer count. Just, yeah, of course. I mean, that goes a long way, right? I'm trying to do the same thing. So like I do it with Bar, I typically try and do it with you whenever I see you're up. Again, if you could post it in the channel, that'd be great. Because then obviously I could do it. If everybody that posts in my Discord when they're going live, I pull them up pretty much like 95% of the time. The only time it was like awkward spots, like if somebody goes live like at whatever 4 o'clock, that's usually when I go to the gym, or if they do it later, it's because I'm cooking, cleaning, showering, whatever. I gotta go here. So it just depends, but typically I'll pull them up eventually. Let's get rid of this. Okay, now it should open. Yeah, I try and lurk in specifically also people who I know tune to my stream as well. A couple artists that I watch that are really cool. Some residual dudes. I try and just have them tabbed up whenever they go live. Also, for whoever's watching on YouTube, welcome. If you don't know who I am, just in case, my name is Gio. I am a level designer. I work on a couple things, but primarily right now it's a 2.5D platformer, which is what's loading. Your skeleton died in a cave, and the cave has like residual magical properties, whatever, that brought you back to life. And bringing you back to life, you now use your soul to interact with the world, the environment, to progress, basically, whether solve puzzles, open doors, progress, traverse through the level. I think this is actually the test level, so it's kind of what it looks like. Alright, you have these are shrooms, which give you the powers. I think this is that's the lightning one. This is the boom shroom. Gonna shoot you up. Then you have, well, I can't really show you here, but there's wall jumping, like that. It's kind of just fit. Keith, what's going on, man? I figured that was you there, to be honest, but hey, just didn't want to assume. Hello, buddy. Remery. Besides on YouTube, there are not much interesting videos. I begin to watch streams a lot just to chill while. Yeah, that's the same thing I do, to be honest. Like, there are certain videos I watch, but once a 20-minute video or whatever is done, it just kind of gets. That's it. What am I gonna do next? I'll just watch somebody stream. Why did I have this open? How you doing, Keith, by the way? Yeah, dude, I'm much better now. I've popped my ear like 17 times. So, what a terrible showcase of my game. The widescreen? What do you mean? It's beautiful. What was I gonna do? Oh, I need to go to my content browser. Yeah, so that's actually one of the test levels, Remery. Just to practice out certain things in the game. There's been a lot of stuff added, technically speaking. I actually have to meet with one of the, I don't know what I'll call her at this point. I'm just gonna call her one of the artists, because she said she had a design of how she would think the first level would look, so we could obviously, do that, like to start blocking stuff out. Because after I finish this level, which would be today, I'm pretty sure, we need to start polishing the first 2 worlds so that we can get a demo set up. That's our plan. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm having a good time at my job. Slackjaw and staring at my screen. The former art. Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. That's the right one. Former art director. I don't think she pushed any changes in here. This is like the simplest of the simplest ones. So hopefully she understood it. I also haven't done an updated GDD on this thing, so very nice. Also, you feeling better? Sorry, you're saying something about going. Yeah, it wasn't the hospital. It was just like a doctor's visit, which was obviously in a hospital. Yeah, it was just a check because everything was fine. I'm still congested, obviously, but that's manageable. I don't care about the congestion. What was annoying was my eardrum. My left ear was completely clogged in the inner canal because you have like the outer film of the drum. It was like this is that drum itself. You could get like clogs there, which you just do eardrops. But then there's a film, almost, it's like kind of like a bubble in a sense. There's a bubble here, and then it was this part that was clogged, which you can't do with eardrops because when it gets clogged on that side, it doesn't even open to begin with. So basically, I just couldn't hear on my left ear. So she gave me antibiotics, taking those, and basically just I had to pop my ear every now and then. Yeah, it sucked. It was annoying. I mean, it wasn't. When it was painful, I'm just gonna say quote unquote with that, because it wasn't my ear that was painful. It was more just like irritating. it was my jaw that hurt because since all this, your sinuses, your eye, all this, and your teeth and everything, your jaw are connected. My jaw was really hurting, so I couldn't chew, and I would like it would just be swollen basically on my left side. Um, but then how do you even clean your inner ear? You don't. That's the thing. So you basically take. There's two ways. You take antibiotics, and then when the antibiotics, it basically just like softens that area. So that basically all you gotta do at that point is pop your ear, like just clean out the fluid. I'll be on Twitch instead of you just to be a part of the chat. You know, I know it's good. You're good. No worries. Um, and then you start clearing out the fluid with the antibiotics, and basically just how you do that is just like popping your ears. So like you would basically hold your pinch your nose, right, like this, and then you would just push out, and then you'll feel your ear like almost like popping. Like, sneezing helps too, but since sneezing is so abrupt, it could kind of hurt. So you kind of just do that instead, and that's it. You just keep on blowing out with pressure, so it relieves it, and then over like the next couple days, whatever, just go away. Like I mentioned to some of my friends that like right now I did pop it already. It's still not there already, but it's like getting better. But everybody sounds like they have a chipmunk filter, like a little higher pitch than they're supposed to be. So that was pretty funny. I noticed it when I was at the gym listening to music. Isn't that what nose gonna burst your eardrums? Well, yeah, if you abuse it and you're not supposed to hold it for too long. Once you feel your ears pulse, then you stop basically. And you're not supposed to do it like all the time. Like I basically do it, get my ears to pump, and I won't do it again for a couple hours basically. She told me you could do it 3 times in a day. Again, I'm not like forcing it out. I'm just doing like a little bit like bursts every now and then. But yes, I mean you could. You absolutely could. Just like when you're holding in a sneeze, you could blow out your eardrum. Didn't I have more done here? I thought I did. Maybe not. Alright, so this was after the first level. Sorry, hold on my eyes. That's another thing too. My eyes have been super dry. I've also been on my computer pretty often, but I can do the popping without closing my nose, but I don't push air in them. Ah, gotcha. Usually when I sneeze, I try not to hold it in. Either I'm letting it out through my nose, or I'm letting it out basically out through my mouth. I'm going blah whenever I sneeze. But again, it's like right now, I could hear. It's still a little muffled, but it's significantly better than before. Because before, I literally couldn't hear anything, and I just had like a constant ringing. I don't know if you know what tinnitus is, but tinnitus is basically that. You just have ringing almost constant going on in your hearing. Which causes you to be more prone to headaches, migraines, whatever. Because imagine just your head all the time just it's horrible. Oh, me too. I personally like doing it instead because I feel like it hurts more when I let it out, like say through my mouth, because my throat gets sore. If I don't, it's like just yeah. I agree. It's rough. So I think the idea that I had for this one, if I remember correctly, was rolling boulders. Let me pull up my roadmap. I'm pretty sure that's what the idea was. It's like kind of like Indiana. Oh, that's not it. Kind of like Indiana Jones stylish. Let me see. We're at 2-4. It's 2-3. Oh, that's right. It was between either an Indiana Jones boulder thing, or it was like a race against the fuse. If that's the right word to use, I guess. Race against the fuse one could work, but there would need to be functionality added to the fuses for it to work. 'Cause basically, how I want it to be is, let's say, one long fuse is big, and then like points along the spline of it. It'll blow up. Something happens here, like what it'll say, rocks fall, and it blocks a player if they're too far away or too close. And the next one, that something falls, whatever. Repeat. Classic, and I have Rolling Stones like a Crash Bandicoot sequence. Yeah, well, I remember the fuse level. Yeah, it's It's doable. The only thing, well, correct me. Stop right there. It's definitely doable. I'm not gonna be able to do it because I didn't set up the fuse to begin with, and splines for me, I've always been like a touchy area. It's hard for me to kind of figure out exactly how to communicate to them, I guess. So that's more of a Tyler Dev question, but he's also been kind of MIA. No surprise there. Well, he didn't message me actually, but I was still sick. I'm gonna play an ad real quick, just because the notification keeps on coming up. See you in a minute. A minute and a half, I think, actually. Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah, I know. The thing is, it keeps on popping up the notification for me, like constantly. I don't like the way they handle their ads. Can't hide from me. I'm not hiding, buddy. I don't give a shit. You go on YouTube, you go on Twitch, you go on fucking what's it called? Pigeon carrier for all I care. Is it pigeon carrier? When you send messages on birds? I don't know, whatever. I'm just waiting for the ad to end before I continue. Pretty sure I am going to do... Ah, there we go. Alright. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. And I've changed it so many times, because now, like, watch, I bet you like another 10 minutes is going to pop again in the ad, where I don't have it set up that way. It's just a fucking mess. So my thought, I like the fuse idea, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the boulder situation here. Like so basically, in the end of the previous world, where did this go away? In the end of the previous world, you have like this detonation here, and then you drop down basically. I kind of wanted this blowing up thing would be like a sequence, like, oh, they blew up this one. Now, in the next area, when you go from blowing this up, it causes issues in that level, basically. And then that's when you gotta start, like, climbing up, and, like, rocks are falling downward, so on and so forth. Go back to the map. At least that's my thought process with it. I think that would be kind of cool, and I don't see it being really a huge issue to make the boulders. I mean, technically, we have something for them right now. Somewhere. I still have a mesh for it. Yeah. Alright, then you fall down here, boop. And then from here, where's the... Go back to yours. So I'm gonna have kind of a longish path here. Then be cool. Yeah, I think that'll be kind of something different to do. I do know that... I think probably starting from like here, maybe. Yeah, let's say something like that. And then it's gonna duplicate this a decent amount of times. I'm gonna grab this. Rotate it. Rotate it. And obviously, it's not really gonna be like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't think it's gonna be actual physics boulders. I think it's gonna be them plodding along a path. So like we don't have to worry about momentum or anything. Like like the boulder's gonna stop or something. So that's a plus at least. I remember David having a similar idea too. I'd like to see that come to fruition. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's a cool idea. I mean, I feel like it's a staple in any platformer game to have a chase sequence in a sense, whether that chases an enemy or where the fuck it's gonna be. Did Kat have any difference she wanted to add to level direction? I saw she was working on models. So it was technically my bad because my wife got home late yesterday. So normally I'm on my computer by like 8:30, 9 the latest. But since she got home late, I couldn't really hang out with her because if not, I mean, she went to sleep like pretty fast, but still she complains that I don't hang out with her enough. So I was like, oh fuck, I'll just hang out with you. Like I'm not doing anything right now specifically. I just forget sometimes that I'm the night owl, and I don't think anybody else really is. So I don't think that I wouldn't expect them to be, obviously, but still. So then she said, oh no, like she's gonna get off, and I was like, oh okay, cool, yeah, let's just meet today. So I'm gonna meet with her today to see what her direction is on the first level. That's the plan, to kind of see where her head's at with everything, and then from there, yeah, basically go from there. Excuse me. All right, so I think now from this one, no, maybe not too many. Remember the waistline showed you? Well, I asked ChatGPT, and with my marketing manager, we agreed on Stony Badlands is the best. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds pretty cool. I would if I wasn't for my job. Oh, gotcha. I mean, that's all right, dude. What are you gonna do, man? Don't worry about it. It is what it is. Thing is, I know, like, I could kind of get a rough idea myself on blocking all that out. Well, not blocking it out, like polishing it out. But I figured since Kat's on board, because she is interested in working on Idiac, then, you know, I obviously would love to hear her input and see where her head's at with stuff. He's actually working on, it's roguelite, or roguelike, I forgot which one it was. It's a roguelike game, it's like a shooter. It's like a top-down shooter. It's pretty cool. He's doing it in, I think you're doing it in Game Maker, right, Remory, if I'm not mistaken? So the only thing is I do need to keep in mind is we're going to need both the boulder, which is, oh, these are bugs. Just wondering in game I can't think proper name for it since I'm not native English. I don't know why native English sounded funny. Yeah, but his is like a top-down shooter, and then he has like different biomes in a sense. So I think he has a desert one. He has one that we were talking about, which he now named it the Stony Badlands. He has a kind of a foresty one, and I think he had one more. I forgot what the other one was. I'm Dunzo Geo Maker. Also, it's she. What did I say? I don't even remember what the hell I just said. Completely forgot. Sure, fix. Oh, so these are all bugs. These are all bugs. That's that. So all these are, what was the thing I was just saying? Oh, trigger, make trigger to start boulder sequence. Have forest, desert, badlands, planet, adding mountains, caves, fortress. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Wait, I'm confused. What did I say she to? I don't even remember what I say 99% of the time, to be honest. So I was trying to remember. I don't even remember saying he or she. I thought I was just mentioning the maps. Alright, make fractured boulder for World 2-4. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, yeah, that's just the boulder sequence. Cool. I might, in the meantime. He said he? To what? What was I talking about? I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. Ew, ew, what is that? Ah, gross. Ugh. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Ah, but I did see it. Wait, oh, gotcha. Okay, understandable. I think I need to make this a little bigger now because the boulder's gonna be here. Well, I guess I can just do, wait, and just do it like that. I think that's okay. And I can probably bring this up a little bit more. Alright. Alright, so big old rock's gonna be here. So in the meantime, what I could use is, what was it called? I think it was called track. Has a track. Okay. It's not a big deal. Not trying to. No, I honestly, I don't even remember saying a he or she. I thought I just mentioned the maps and just left it as is. Just like, what the hell did I say he or she to? I was so confused. I was like, I don't know if I just know where stopped and, huh? Oh shit, Mr. Souse on the YouTubes. What's going on, baby? How you doing? Good afternoon. You gonna be streaming today, Chief? It happens sometimes. It does, hey. Is this here? I think this is here. So I know right now, obviously, I have to use this, the saw. Is it a BP? Yes, it is. Alright, so let's do that. Let's rotate it this way. Ay, coño. Okay, so we did earlier with playing God of. Oh, I saw you in playing God of War. What are you thinking of it so far? God of War is a fucking both of them realistically, but I like the first one more than the second. Okay, let's put this here, and then just for the meantime, we are going to use this as I don't need it for that as our boulder basically. Crap, I hit the track. Well, actually, let's lower the. If I lower the track, does this more like this? Heresy looks like a song. What? What's heresy? Because of this? Because this isn't a rock boulder. Ragnarok is because of that. What do you mean? Ragnarok is great. I love Ragnarok. I'm not saying that I don't like both of them, or that one was shittier than the other. I just preferred. Why isn't it? Oh man, that sucks. I'm just saying I preferred the first one. The second one was still great though. It was so good. I'm excited to see what they do for I'm just gonna say it comes here, and then it comes across and then hits something basically. The original author apparently hates new God of War. Yeah, they were saying like that they, not that they, I guess maybe I misunderstood. I don't think it was hate. I would say just didn't care for it. I guess like they had their own, I guess, idea they wanted to have for it. I guess that's the only thing I can imagine. I'm gonna delete some of these. There we go. I don't think we need all that. I felt Jaffa's opinions were a bit immature about the new God of Wars. I don't know, dude. First off, I think all of them were pretty fucking great. Both of them were amazing. And obviously, like, cinematic-wise, story-wise, is very interesting. I'm excited to see how they do the... They just thought Kratos was too soft now. Yeah, but, dude, this guy is, like, fucking... past, what, 15 years? Was just pure hate, rage, everything. So I kind of wanted him not necessarily to be like, I would agree there were some moments where he's a little too soft. Like he did get, I think he was like not his usual self. But I think that's good character development. That he's gone from being like the definition of a war rage machine to now like that he still has it in him, like as a flip of a switch, but still not as much. You know, it's still pretty. Yeah, of course, he's still a badass. He's still a Chad. I thought it was very good. I enjoyed both of them. Only thing I wasn't crazy about, and this is more of a preference, I didn't like playing Atreus that much, to be honest. I mean, it was alright. I don't know. When shit hits the fan, he's ripping himself apart. So yeah, exactly. That's the thing. He's calmer now. Like he's more cool tempered. But when he did the fan, he is the fan. The jug always gets you. It's just a jug. What's wrong with my jug? That is rude. My jug is amazing. Actually, not really. I need a new one, to be honest. Kind of like all busted up on the inside. Hey, just because some of us drinks 2-liter soda bottles and maybe half a liter of water, you know, not gonna point any fingers. That's what she said. Wow. Wow, Remery. You know what? I thought you were bigger than that. It's a shame. It's a shame. That's what she said. Oh, brother. Now you got me doing it. Oh. Or are you saying heresy to that? You're telling me you'd rather play Atreus over Kratos? Come on. Come on. Let's be real. I would rather have Kratos fight as Kratos with a stick than as Atreus. Oh, what, you call me a filthy soldier? No. That was directed to someone else that's also writing in chat. Heresy means like blasphemous, like against the normal, I guess. It's like if somebody says, I love peanut butter and jelly, and someone else would say, oh, well, I hate peanut butter. They'll say heresy. Like, how could you? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Heresy. But heresy is more like a religious term, right? Excuse me, the soda has no sugar. Listen, I wanted to tell you something on stream about that. Just because it doesn't have actual sugar, it has sweeteners, artificial sweeteners. If you look at it, if it has glucose, sucrose, corn syrup, anything along those lines that have weird names, it's a artificial sweetener, which in hence is worse than sugar. So take that. I like the fast food trays. You know I love fast food gameplay. That's true. But I mean, come on, dude. You telling me Kratos with the, what are they called? The Chaos Blades, I think they're called. That was sick. So fast. I love those things, man. Makes me want to play old school, what do you call this? Old school Kratos. Like old school God of War. Man for religion, yeah, divergence, that's what I figured. But in joke form, it's to say you're weird and bad. Yeah. But 0 calories, and that's important to me. Oh no. Calories don't matter that much. I mean, they do in like a dietitian standard, I guess. If you're like trying to count your macros, yeah, it does matter. Honestly, sugar really isn't that horrible. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't be having like 15 sodies in a day, but it's not that big a deal. Like, I don't track my sugars or anything. I don't track my salt intake either. Just proteins, carbs, and fats. Alright, so what am I doing here again? I was chatting about sodies, God of War, heresy. I don't remember what we're doing now. It's a shame. I think it was something here, right? Let's just put this here. Okay, maybe not that many. Let's put it like that, maybe. Running fast, like still better instead of cola with sugar. I would being baked. Hold on, wait. Baking. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it makes a difference. I'm not trying to bash on like your choice of beverage. Obviously, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, it is better than like your alternative soda stuff. But yeah, it's still not as good. I'm also not like a big person. I've never been big on sodas at all. No, it's never been for me. Like, I'll have a sip every now and then, and it's like, oof, like a freaking sugar rush. But I'm not against it. Right. So this one kind of just want to keep it simple, right? So he's gonna land. Oh, not like that, obviously. Oh, that's right. The speed of this shit. Forgot about that. Let's make the speed. I forgot. Does he have a setup or? Oh yeah, it's just going faster. Okay. Heresy. Cola is meant to be only with food, but now we drink it the whole day. I don't know how that happened. Who the hell doesn't like sodies? I don't like sodies, dude. Let me tell you. How are you still going so fast? 0.1? You take it easy? Oh my god. 0.0005. Just go fucking slow and take it easy. Okay, no, there's something wrong here. I don't even know what to do then. There. Those saws are evil. They are evil. They're horrible. Yeah, I feel like it's still going. Oh, did I die? Oh no. I still feel like it's going fast as shit. Let's see how fast we can make it go. I'm curious. Oh, oops. I don't feel like the speed is changing that much. Bubblies are the best. Turns yucky water into drinkable water. What is happening in those saws? Yeah, I don't know. I just want to. I'm trying to push the limits. Is that? I don't think it's actually updating. Is it going slower now? It's funny, just some shit crashes. Okay, no, it's not changing the speed at all. All right, so it isn't working. Let's just leave it off then. Just take it easy. They be chilling. They're not chilling. They will kill you. Nonetheless, what I'm trying to do is even what? Oh fuck! I stopped it. Hold on. Where'd it open? Why is there a stop saw function? Oh, I see. Okay, well, this isn't working, so I'm just gonna delete it. Yeah, we'll leave that there for whenever it does work. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna bother trying to fix that. I don't really care that much. I'm trying to just design around that, this principle. So whatever, it's gonna be like, oh, like right here, and then it's gonna come down, and you'll be like, oh no, and then jump. That's the plan. I feel like it's still a little too low. Alright, well, let me just get over here. Just want to see if, I don't like how this saw is made. I have to look away. That's understandable. Then again, mine is probably going to be significantly worse. I want to show you my swinging axes that are also still broken. Okay, good. I want to do that. I want it to be like a pretty stretched out jump. Maybe I'll just do like a little funky thing here. And then this will come up. And then we'll go across from here. I need to close up some tabs. Alright, there you go. Oh, no one. There you go. So, now I'm gonna get hit with a boulder. And the way I had it set up, how did I have it set up? So, short rock chase. That's not really like the actual chase itself. That's just like an intro what's about to happen. I bought contact lenses to be able to have headphones comfortably, but they dry out super quickly. This is literally the same as fixing one issue, just create a whole new issue. But like, what? You have glasses on and it bugs you? Like what? Do they slide off, or just with your headset it feels weird? I have to head to lunch with the crew. I'll be back. Sounds good, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a good one. Have a good lunch. Yeah, they slide when I have headphones. Really? That's interesting, because like I wear these religiously whenever I'm on my computer, and mine don't budge at all. Maybe it's your earmuffs? Do your earmuffs completely cover your ear or no? Scotch tape helps. What? Can you imagine just walking in somebody's office just taped glasses to their head? Welcome, by the way. Well, like I constantly need to adjust. Oh, I see. I know that kind of was an issue for me, but then I had to get replacement earmuffs. And these are much bigger and like thicker, like a cooling pad one, and that fixed it. Now, like it basically covers my entire ear, including the top part, and now these don't move unless obviously I want them to. By the way, how you doing, honey boy? How's everything? Why does your name sound so familiar? Also, welcome to anybody who's watching on YouTube. Feel free to introduce yourself, ask any questions. Okay, so that crashes. Boom. They're saved. Well, not really saved, but not too bad. Still a little sick. You can obviously tell. But overall, I'm doing all right. Trying to currently finish the last level of this world, which would be the 4th level, so that we can then basically use the first 2 worlds to flesh out our demo. So obviously we'll see how that goes. I drop every half an hour when it gets. Oh dang. Maybe you might need are you like leaving them in the, what do we call it, the liquid or the solution overnight? Cause that's drying pretty fast. All right, so they get here, they jump on pier. Oh fuck, I closed down my roadmap. The drought in my eyes. Well, yeah, I would assume it. I don't know, it just sounds funny. You just put them, as soon as you put them in the water, they just get worse. They just immediately dry up and turn to like little crackers. Sorry, I'm just looking at the roadmap I have here. So still practice with the boom shroom. Doing more detonations, more destructible mesh variants. Cool. We could do that. So, how many variants of destructible meshes should we have? We currently have a rock. My doctor told me to cut out hot dogs. We all got problems. Oh god, I already know who this is, dude. David, is this you? That sounds like a David joke. I don't know why. It sounds like a David joke. Alright, so I see 2 stuff in that sentence. 2 stuff in it. I don't know why. I really have been on this thing with hot dogs. I don't have them often, obviously, but every time I had a hot dog, man, it just tastes so good. I went to Vegas for my old job for like a show work, basically, to go and like meet new customers, whatever. And there was really not like snacks. They would have like full blown meals. And dude, I think in one day like 4 hot dogs. Because I was hungry and I was like, I want to go eat something, but not something that's gonna have to sit down and eat. I just grabbed it and just ate it like in 3 bites. Pretty lit. Let's do rocks. Let's do crates maybe. We do barrels. Yeah, look at our meshes. They're fantastic. I didn't know Vegas dogs were fire. Well, they weren't. So the thing is, we were at a convention center. So being at the convention center, we like they had like a food court in a sense, and they had a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, the food was pretty decent, but just everything is like you have your burger and fries, or if you get like it always had something with it. Like there was a taco place that gave you rice and beans, and it was good, but I just didn't have time to do that, so I ended up just scruffing down a hot dog. And it's not anything out of this world. It was like a plain hot dog. They, I think, boil it and then they grill it like off to order. Like, slice it open and grill it for you and then put it in a hot dog, like plain hot dog bun. But I just haven't had one in such a long time that it was so good. Just put a little ketchup, a little bit of mayo. It's sensational. Alright, sorry, I'm also just looking at my other side here to see what meshes I could blow up. A gear could be another one. This is like, why is there bookshelves in here? Who the hell needs a bookshelf? We got crates, so that's good. A corner frame, what the fuck is that? We got dinosaur bones, don't need that. I don't know what the fucking is this. I think I'm just gonna start off with the crates then. Fuck it. So let's bring in a... Where the fuck is it? Crate. Right here. Simple crate. Boop. Oh, no, not boop. Not boop. So I don't think... No, it's not here. Right. So we're gonna click on this. Go to fracture mode. I like just do uniform, to be honest. Did it do anything? Hello? Oh. Let's do... I think I have my developers folder. G-O-Z. I think it is here. EM underscore crate. And internal materials, the components, great. This one needs to be a little more splintered. Because it's wood. So I think I'm supposed to keep this lower, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, first off, I need to do this. It's kind of hard to see. Draw sights, maybe? No. Message. Ah, it was you, David. Sneaky little tart. Thank you for the sub, sir. Appreciate you. Is it amplitude? No, it's not amplitude. No. Frequency. There was one. No, that's not it. There's a setting here. Noise, no. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Mount to expand display general and exploded view. There's a number here that controls. The higher the number, the more chunks it is, or the more like the less sharp the edges are. I'm just gonna leave it as this. All right, let's just fracture it. All right. So that's all fine and dandy. Let me bring this to 0.5 instead. Oh, no, this is the preview. Ah, that's what it was. Yeah, this is the preview of that. Okay, so 0.3 maybe. Let's give that a shot. Nope, that's not it. Can I just do fracture again? All right, let's see. No. Let's revert this back to 1. Fracture again. Why is it all discolored now? Oh. I think I added a fracture on top of the fracture. I think that's what it was. Anchored, no. I think I might have to do this again. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I'll be alright. Alright. So I think that should be good, right? Oh, wait, hold on. I need to go to... I need to go to its settings. Browse to asset. Welcome if you're watching on YouTube, by the way. Give you a quick little rundown. My name is Gio. I'm a level designer. Currently working on a 2.5D platformer. Right now, just trying to set up a destructible mesh, or in this case, it's a crate. Enable clustering, yeah, that's fine. That's all fine. I don't need to change anything here. It was one setting. Enabled, yes. I don't think it was any of these. Move on sleep, no. It's not any of these. I think maybe it's already on my default and I had to turn it off for the other one. I think. Let me just save this, put it up here. Let me bring it up a little higher. There we go. Okay. So it's working. It's just breaking a little weird. Yeah. It's breaking like stone. Let me look up what the setting name is. Hello, welcome. How you guys doing? Welcome. It's Tuesday. It's actually Thursday. Well, Wednesday. Oh God, I'm about to say it's Thursday. Jesus. And welcome, Jackson. How you guys doing? Sorry, I'm just looking up that stupid setting. I always forget what it's called. No, it's not any of these. Action amount. What brings you guys to the stream? How'd you guys find it? Kind of just browsing around in game dev. Are you guys game developers yourself? What do you guys do? Current projects you're working on? By all means, I'm very interested to know. Alright, whatever. It blows up. That's the gist of it. I'm just gonna leave that as is. I could always tweak the settings on this later. Making a game, yeah. So this is a platformer. It's a 2.5D platformer. So I'm the level designer for this. So kind of blocking out the world, the interactions, the elements. Trying to work on getting a fully polished, like prettied up basically, demo by like mid to end of February, roughly around there. We already had the levels done. We just gotta go ahead and get set up with it. Got recommended while waiting for the Samsung event. Oh, cool, nice. What's a Samsung event? What's that about? Well, obviously, welcome. I was just watching some random video, then I saw game dev in a town. Oh yeah, of course. Any questions you have? Anything you're curious about? Alright, so the point of this here is to be blown up, which means I need a state changer. And state changer for me basically just means it's... So this is the gist of the story is you are a skeleton that died in a cave, and through like the magic properties within the cave, you get resurrected. And with you getting resurrected, you now have the control over your soul to interact with the world, right? So that means whether it's solving puzzles, moving objects around, or using this, which is called I watched the mushroom. It's a mushroom. You use your, well, here's this, your soul, to interact with it. So let me change it. I think we currently have 4 of them right now, if I'm not mistaken. I can get my soul up there. Ah, crap. That's right. Hold on. I gotta move it like slightly forward, because all the interactions that are handled with the orb are handled with a plane that's just invisible in the background, but it's like slightly forward. So there we go. You see, changes color. Now you have the ability with like fire. So this is good with like lighting fuses, and also in the case of, I think this guy should work. Oh no, it's not. It's because it's off the thing. But basically, you use this to light a fuse, to progress, like, to traverse the level. And if you want to reach a certain area, you can do that. I could probably show you guys a better representation of that. Let me save this. Is the background display? Yes, it is. Yes. Are you talking about like this background? Yeah, that's just a sky sphere. That's just like the base for the world. Obviously, the first 2 levels are like a split. So the first world is like a cave theme, and then in between the end of the first world, transitioning like throughout the second world, it is a crystal world, a crystal cave, basically. Not much change besides just the environment. You're gonna go from seeing like more rock, stones, and like blocky stuff to sharper, brighter like crystals, elements, stuff like that. So like I can show you guys an example of actually using. If I could get rid of this, using the oh, this is the wrong one, I believe. Sure. Yeah, it's not this one. Sorry, it's I believe this one. This one has the most. Right? Yes. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's been in the works for a while. It's also been turned on and off, just like switch management, whatever. So you see here, right? Got these mushrooms, and then this is the fuse I was talking about. So when you light it, it's gonna go all the way around, blow that up, and then you use this to jump around. I gotta increase the time on that. And you basically just boop. Gotta get another one here. Ah, too short. Fuck. There we go. And you go boom, boom, pew. These are, oh, no, I'm gonna die. Whew, that's close. All this is obviously needs to be tweaked, right? Because this is all just base placeholders. But like those are pitfalls, so if I stand on top of it, I would die. Because it would drop me to my death. And then it's the same thing here. And this is a little wall run area, right? So you just run. Again, missing the pretty stuff. We just wanted to get like a base foundation set up. Everything works, and with everything working, then we could go on and, you know, obviously make them look more appealing to people. A wall run, another wall run, and here, oh, that's one of the bugs with destructible meshes right now. It's not supposed to be able to do that. Because the thing is, destructible meshes, they react with any sort of physics actor hitting them. So, this is another one that was kind of weird. Oh, there we go. It worked. Like that, it's for some reason it keeps on affecting the. Oh, did I just die? Oh, I just died. Yeah, this I need. Oh shit! I didn't really play test this level that much, to be honest. God dang it! Hold on. There we go. I need to get this so I can blow that up. Is normally how it's supposed to be, but it's all janky now. Oh, it didn't go off again. Yeah, the fuses are also a little weird. There's another wall run. This is a jump up here and run across. Nice. I usually always fail that one. Oh wait. Oh, I see. So I gotta wait for this thing to come across. Oh, it's really slow. I gotta increase the speed of that one. Oh, I just made it worse for myself. God dang it. Ugh. Oh! I fell to my death. Wah! Small crystal has no simulate fixing anymore if you like to add impulse. Oh, that's from when I blew it up. Okay. Yeah, so it needs to be tweaked with the actual orb, or the soul, is what we call it. Because you're not supposed to be able to destroy these with the orb. And I thought, actually, I did think that, I thought I already did a collision channel on that. Excuse me. Oof. Implicit type. This is supposed to be level set, maybe? I could always just put it in the actual soul itself that to ignore any destructible mesh. Like to basically go invisible. Or not invisible, be more like transparent. There we go. Alright, I actually have to use the bathroom real quick. Let me just type in YouTube. Sorry, I'll be right back. Just gotta take a quick piss. Sorry about that. All right, I will be right back.
Mic off. Mic on.
Whew. That was good. I was only in for a while, actually. Hey, Sammy Tim Gaming. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? What brings you along to my channel? How'd you find me? Alright, let me go back to the world. Where is it? Is this one? Yeah. Roll 2-4. So I gotta start finishing up the interaction with this thing. Turn off the plane. No, not that. I need to get rid of this. So, this world is a little different than the other ones. This one's going to be more like a faster pace because we have, I don't even know the right way to describe it, but Indiana Jones chases basically. Where, like in this part, you're basically from the end of the last level, you blow up a really big rock. Yeah, with the massive water jar, I respect you. It's funny. I'm also streaming on Twitch, and I have a buddy named Remery. Always makes fun of my water jug. So faithful. Gotta stay hydrated. I drink a lot of water too. Ah, see. Speaketh the name, and they will show. Hello, Remery. So yeah, so in the previous level, things blow up, everything goes to the shitter, and then basically nothing happens in the end of that level, but in the start of this one, you basically, the end of the last one, blow up, and you jump down a hole, and that starts the level sequence of this one, where you fall, falling down that hole, and you land here, and then basically now is where like all things are kind of just blowing up, right? So at this part, I just don't have the mechanic for it yet, but it's supposed to be a rock. And it's not gonna be like I mentioned earlier, it's not gonna be a physics thing. It's not gonna be something that you need to give it momentum for it to actually like go. No, it's just gonna be following a path. It's just gonna look realistic, obviously. That's a big thing. But it's gonna roll down, and then a player could get killed by it, so they gotta move along and jump, like escape it, basically. I got a message. Okay, cool. And again, we're introducing it very simply, right? Just, oh, that's gonna kill me. Run, 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 jump, boom, you escape it. You're good to go. Now, we want to complicate it a little bit. So, like, the real sequence of it is a short rock chase, which we're gonna be using with the boom shroom. Then we have a long rock chase, which is more, I mean, it's kind of the same concept, but just now more mechanics added in there. And the fuse race is something that needs to be implemented. It's basically the same fuses that I mentioned, that I showed earlier. Those, but it's like a race against the clock of that, in a sense. So when you light the fuse, you're going to see the fuse going, right? And you have to run. Like, you have to run and beat the fuse, because if not, it's going to blow up the cave and leave you stuck in there, basically. And then this level is going to end on a jump pad. So, like, you basically, once everything blows up and you beat the fuse, It's gonna be nice and quiet. You know, walk, 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 and you're gonna see like a giant pad, teleporter, whatever we want to use there, I guess. You know, step on it, it's gonna launch you up. Let me actually add that note, to be honest. Yeah. I should do devlogs. So I just don't know, because like my YouTube channel, I post videos of like more theories and discussions and whatnot. I guess like I wouldn't mind doing devlogs. I never really thought about like I guess doing it. Just I have no excuse. I just have no idea. I never really considered it before. You know, like when you say a devlog, is it like what, reviewing of like person's game, or like reviewing like how things like work? Or I've heard it before and I've seen people do it. I never really understood, I guess, what exactly it meant. Where did I get a message from? Oh, here, I see. Okay. Again, any new guys from YouTube, welcome. Quick rundown. I am a level designer working on a 2.5D platformer of one of the contracts I'm working on. You die in a cave, and you use your soul to interact with the world, environment, to get out of the cave. That's pretty much the gist of it. Right now, I'm working on the last level of World 2. Alright, so I think the way I'm introducing it is going to be the process of making your own game. Oh, whoa, actually, I have that done. So, it's not like a specific game of mine, per se, that like I go from start to finish. But there is a series I have on my YouTube that is the process, right? So let's say you, Jackson, want to make a game about whatever it's gonna be, killing zombies. Sure. The whole point of the video series is to guide you on how to do it, right? Like, or how do you even begin? 'Cause that's a big thing, right? Some people have some crazy ideas and really good ideas, and they want to do it, but how do you do it, right? Like, what do you do to get started? Some people just go, oh, all right, I'm just gonna go and start building stuff, and they go, and then usually what happens more often than not, I say this is a direct me talking to myself in the mirror, is it falls through, right? So you don't really have anything else to like, you kind of just give up on it because you don't know where to go, what's the next steps, whatever. Cup of Joe, nice name. Hello, new to the stream, ask what you're doing. Yeah, of course. So I am a level designer. We're currently working on a 2.5D platformer, where you're a skeleton that died in a cave, and then you use your soul to interact with the world, solve puzzles, avoid death, obviously. And that's how it looks right here. This is Skelly. So you have jumping, you have crouch jump. You do have a sword. Not really going to use that moving forward, but that is a thing. And then you have, this is the main, or one of the main interactions in the game. So it's mushrooms that give your soul, which is this, powers. This is the boom shroom. So it, 1, lights stuff on fire, and then 2, propels you upward as well. And they just use that to go across the world and whatnot. If you are watching, would really appreciate a sub on YouTube, by the way. Also, if you're interested, I'm streaming on Twitch alongside YouTube. If you want to go on there, I don't care either one, whichever you guys want to use. It's just whatever your preference is, really. What do you do, Cup of Joe? Do you do game dev yourself, or are you just browsing around different channels? Are you interested in it? Like, where are you at? I do get a mix of people who are doing their own games or do, work. I have others who just like watching it or curious about it. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. Again, I'm not like an industry AAA professional, but I do know a lot, and I do a lot of my research. And I read a good amount of books as well, to understand it a little better. So I feel like for where I'm at, surprisingly, I know a lot more than I look. Is that the right word to use? I don't know. I'm gonna go with it though. Alright, so what do I want in this part? This part, I think... Oh, my eyes are so dry. Jesus. They're here. Okay. They just escaped that boulder. Ooh, they're stressed. We'll probably give them a little bit to walk. Just a little bit like a rest time, right? Nothing too serious. And then we'll have a jump, or not jump, like a launch. Let me bring this up one, probably across. And maybe from here. And then they'll have this mushroom here. I'm actually going to switch it to this. Bring it here. I can bring it in the corner, why not? Let's just leave it. Oh, is it touching the corner? It is nuts. Yeah, sure. And then from here, right? Because this is too high, obviously, for him to crouch jump, right? It's pretty close, though. I'm gonna bring it up one more. That's like the process of video game making. Nothing special. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't blame him. That's kind of what made me realize I like doing it too. Watching people's streams, looking at videos. Obviously, I went to school for it as well. But yeah, just it's interesting. Obviously, you have people who like the hardcore coding. Like creating things from scratch. Whatever it is you want to do, which is super cool. I was never a strong suit in that. My biggest thing was like setting up the interactions, building out worlds too. Bringing it to life, right? If you have, like, I like the idea of blocking out, let's say, a cave system with what happens in the cave, who do you fight, the story in there, whatever, and then after that, getting like the material, the assets to flesh it out and bring it to like a fully fleshed out cave world in a sense. I'm sorry if I sound a little muffled. Obviously, I'm recovering from being sick for the past week and a half, so. Alright, so from here, probably have to bring this up a little bit actually. You ever consider making anything, Cup of Joe? I'm just gonna start calling you Joe, by the way. I feel like just a little easier. You'd be surprised. You could definitely learn a lot of stuff just on your own, just practicing. Alright, so I'm gonna jump here, get here. I need pitfalls. Pitfall, there we go. My janky old pitfalls. Love it. 0. Bring it down. Come on. Yeah, that's fun. Alright, so I just want to make sure that it is a good enough distance. Alright, because I'm going to shoot up. Maybe I should move it over a little bit more. Come on. Let's give it... You're going to see that a lot of things get fleshed out pretty quick, because over here... Actually, no, stop it. This is a editor widget tool, which just helps me block out things. The amount of critical thinking needed for is my body. Yeah. It takes practice, honestly. And it does help the more mechanics that you have, because then you can just plot out your own thing. The difficult thing for me in the beginning was like, ooh, I want to do something, and then I had to create all the mechanics myself, and then obviously that hinders you, right, from wanting to work more on a project because you can't even build like a basic thing, right? So I just started realizing I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna hold myself back with that. I will just like do what I can, and if I can't figure it out, worst case scenario, I'll just invest like 20 bucks on some things in like the Unreal market. It's worth it, right? Because 20 bucks I got for 30 bucks, I think, like basically a full shooter map or shooter game template. Like I say, like the weapons, the players, even has like multiplayer capabilities as well. You just gotta get it set up. Alright, so I think now from here, what I'll do, I probably should have just made this, whatever, it's not a big deal. Let's bring that in there. Okay. I'll make it 4. I feel like 4 is a sweet spot. They can't really like just run over. Like I want to make it a little, a little panic-inducing. That's my goal, at least. All right, so do that, and then I do want them. I want this level because this game is supposed to be challenging. But for tutorial simplicity's sake, we are keeping basically the first 2 worlds very forgiving. So this is like the pivot point, right? So now in this one is where things get a little more difficult, right? Instead of just having to, do things one step at a time, whatever. We want them to be constantly thinking about, oh man, I gotta do this, oh, I gotta jump, oh, gotta dodge that, blah, 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 right? So that's kind of the goal right now. We don't make it too difficult, right? Because it's still really early on, but we want them to get a taste like, hey, be ready, because shit's about to get crazy. I'm gonna ramp it up. Second, this part, I feel like I haven't actively paying attention to like timers and stuff. So the whole point is we want to make this long enough where they can't just jump over it, like they can't just make the jump, right? Which we're gonna test now. I think it might be a little too short. You see? Okay, no, that's actually pretty good. You know, to make it even more difficult, I'm just gonna move it across one more. What are you doing? What are you doing, Shroom? Go home, you're drunk. Get in there. Yeah, now they really can't jump across it. There is technically speaking, a crouch jump, so you go like that. It's a really far jump, but shh, don't tell them that. And if they don't, and then they're really good with doing it, then now by all means, that's perfectly fine. Alright, so with that being said, so jump, the fuse, and then I want to have man, I have to implement that the fuse thing before I can really do the ideas I want to do. Because right now, what I would like to do, excuse me, is have a fuse that they light, and they kind of have to like basically run up like a couple like little jumps basically to get to the end. Because if not, if the rock blows up, it also triggers some stuff to fall and block the exit basically. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of, but I think that I had to set that up, and I haven't worked on the fuse, so flammable fuse. I haven't worked on that in a while, and to add in more functionality to it, I'm probably just gonna have the dev that's working on this to work on that whenever they can, obviously. So hold on. Now what I need to do is a chase. Let's see a lot. So let's just go here. Let's just. That should be fine. This is what I wanted it to be, right? I wanted it to be. Oh, I missed. That's funny. How many people are currently working on this? Me as a level designer, we got a dev, we have an artist, and there's a technically 4th person, but they are, I think it's more marketing. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're the marketing side. And we do have another dev that's kind of like more in the back scenes of things. He's kind of like in the project, but not. He's kind of like just there. Usually asking for input, but realistically, you don't really bug him at all. But main active people is 3, I would say. Alright, I want to move this a little more, to be honest. I just want to make sure it is still visible. There you go. Ah, oops. Alright. Alright, that's cool. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I'm counting them because 3 is the... Wait, is it 3 or 4? I thought it was 3. I could be wrong. No, okay, so it's 4. Alright. Just gonna bring it up 1. And, yeah, we can leave that as is, actually. And actually, I want to bring this up a little bit. Not you. I want to bring this up slightly. And maybe one more. There we go. Here it is. That's no. Right, let me just test this out one more time. There we go. And if it's anything, then just jump again. Whoop, whoop. Cool. Alright, so that's good. Let's put that here. Am I done with my coffee already? Almost. Okay. Let me see. Let's see, I have a lot of tabs open. Let's close that out. It's a stupid fracturing thing I'll look up. Okay. I also just want to have it where just things to like blow up, like ceiling stuff, like stalagmites, stalactites, to get like stuff out of the way. I do need to check. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna look that up right now. It is the orb, BP orb, because it does. That's a grab one. 4-stop grab. No. Where is activate electricity? No. Oh, note attached. No. Oh, we have a lot of stuff running in tick. Since when? Set orb to player. I'm trying to see where the oh, here it is. So fire is fire explode. Jesus Christ. Because what I'm trying to do is check. Oh, there you go. Deal damage. Damage amount is 25. Sphere trace. Oh my god. That's the launching, which is fine. We don't have to change that. And we're not. There's no rule like combat here. Return orb. Create orb. Next trial, no. Slow orb. Is it a slow orb one? I didn't know that. Unactivate. This is the one I need. I just don't know which one it would be. I know this damage amount, but that's not creating a force. Get the location. Flammable. That I need to. What was I gonna add here? Oh, add more force to EP orb. And there was one more thing. It was add ignore collision to destructible meshes. Because it keeps on breaking them. That's just like an ongoing to-do that I just add stuff I think of in a moment, because if not, I will forget. It's both for myself and for devs or anybody else who's going to be working on things. Alright, that's a little up. Boom, they jump here. Now from here, I would like to have another little, the other sequence of the chase. So let me just get this. I don't need that. How about I just do this instead? That's selected. I'm gonna transform this somewhere like that, maybe. I don't know how big exactly to make this, but let's just assume like this, maybe. Hey, why don't you move? There we go. Let me also bring this across. If you're not walking, Jesus Christ. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Obviously, if you're not already here, any new people, welcome. I'm a level designer working on a 2.5D platformer. If you have any questions, if you're working on your own stuff, love to talk about it. And I think I was going to here. Just bring this up. And just make like 2 of that, maybe. Some shit like that. So that's gonna go. I think in this one I just might have it a constant loop of 1. Actually, I could probably. Oh, you know, that's not a bad idea. Just make a constant looping destructible mesh instead. So I won't need it to follow like a path. So like it will fall. Oh no, but then you know in it falling, it may break. Unless I have it ignore the geo it lands on. I had to think that out. So basically what I'm thinking of here is, right, continuing all this. This is gonna fall, they're gonna be chased here. Let me just add in a ceiling. Just a little higher than that. I can't have anything on the floor, because then unless we make it to the point where the destructible mesh could like roll things over, like destroy them, which I mean I guess is possible, it just depends. So what I was thinking is having like again like the stalagmites, stalactites, crystals just blocking the path, and they would just basically need to get the mushroom or the boom shroom and just start blowing them up, just like so. Like if there's a bunch here, they'll just like this. Just kind of show an example. So say I have a shroom here, they jumping, destroying everything in their path here, and then they'll get to the end, another boom shroom jump, and then there, that'll be it. Excuse me. So I actually think something like this, and then what I'll have, let me bring this across, is something like this. There, we could just have maybe like this up here, just adding a variation. So that basically they would get to the end here, right? Jesus. Get to the end here. They can't really, you know, get to the top there. So you need to get a boom shroom to jump up there. That's kind of the plan right now. Let's move this all up 1 more. And then I also have to make the plane bigger, because since the plane is what handles pretty much all the functionality for the orb. There we go, just make it like that. Let's save this as well. just missing a lot of context. That's the unfortunate part. I got a text, sorry, 1 second. My dad texted me. Welcome guys, by the way, if you're on YouTube. Sorry, I know that Jackson or Cup of Joe, if you guys are here, I keep on repeating myself, but just in case any new guys come in, welcome. If you like to talk in the chat, ask any questions, by all means, more than welcome to. I am a level designer working on a 2.5D platformer. You are a skeleton that died in the cave. I said it so much, it just sounds kind of funny saying it out. And use your soul, which is this, to interact with the world and explore, solve puzzles, interact with objects. Just depends, really. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. Right now, we currently have with interacting with objects. So basically, the base orb power, let's say, this is you can interact with anything that's physics related. So you can interact with, like, if this mesh had physics enabled, I could pick it up and move it around. There's also these platforms that are on a spline, which is like a spline is just like imagine like a cable in a sense, and you can interact with that platform to move it up and down. So like if you needed to make a path, you move it up. If it's like a puzzle to block off, you can like kind of move around the cubes in the right way in order to do so. You also have these, which are called, well, they're mushrooms, but this one's called specifically the boom shroom. And the boom shroom does two things. One, it catches or sets things on fire. So we have like fuses, we have bombs and stuff that we would use this to blow it up. And you also have it where it could projectile the player up. So it launches them in whatever direction you are pointing. Oh, speaking of which, I'm actually glad I did that, because if I didn't, yeah, then they could just jump up there. Actually, same thing here. Man, we never want to go there because that's where death is. Alright, let's put just shit here. Let's duplicate it. So make this 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Oh, oh dang, it's the boy, Mika Chig. What's up, baby? Good afternoon, man. How's work going for you so far? Sorry, and if you hear a bunch of nonsense and stuff over on YouTube, it's because I'm also on Twitch. And pretty much all my sounds are on Twitch. So yeah. Yo, what I do, man? Buenas tardes. Thank you for the sub, buddy. I appreciate you. Saw you playing a little Escape from Tarkov earlier. Good, man. How you feeling? Better. Much better. I finally, like, well, I guess I'm in the process of cleaning out my ear because of the infection I had. So basically it's like I'm like just really trying to push out the pressure every so often, but I'm much better now compared to before. Is there going to be enemies in the game? So kind of give you a little synopsis of that. Initially, yes, we actually had 4 enemies, 4 AI. One was like like basically like a movable object. If you got too close, to smack you. One was a little mole that like dug underground and would hit you when you stayed still. Another one was a crystal lizard, which would basically try and eat the soul, and if it does eat it, you die. And it chases you around too. And we had one more that was, I think it was just like a trap, like a mine in a sense. We decided to take that off because as the game progressed, we realized that the scope was going to be completely outside our range. So we decided to basically scrap most of the AI thing except for the crystal lizard. And now what the actual game is, it's more just environmental hazards. Like that is your challenge in a sense. So instead of there being enemies for you to fight, which is why there's still the sword here and why the boom shroom still does damage, we wanted to be more like dodging, projectile shooters, dodging or running away from like the boulder rolling down. There's also like the thwomps in games, the little those things, swinging axes, pitfalls like you guys saw earlier, stuff like that. Like just that's what our hazards are gonna be. Now, I'm not saying that we are gonna have hazards that are like enemies, like the crystal lizard was gonna be one where it was like gonna be hiding, and if you got too close, like with your orb, it would like kind of perk up and be ready to try and eat it. And then the only way to get it would be to use a shroom, let it eat your orb, but it would like shock it or burn it, and it will go and hide or away for a little bit, and then come back out. So you're basically supposed to shock it while it's away or hiding for like 5 seconds. You try and solve the puzzle, do whatever, and then by the time you solve it, it'll come back out. Or if you don't solve it, it'll come back out and do the same thing. There is bosses though. It's a physics. Yes, it is predominantly a physics platformer. Correct. Yeah, and it is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I'm excited to actually flesh out the demo because I'm pretty sure that once we put it on itch and other places, we'll get a lot more traction. We're still working on getting the domain set up, getting the website updated because it's been a while since we updated it. But luckily there will be bosses. So I don't know if you ever played Little Big Planet. Those types of bosses where like they're a big environmental boss, and then instead of you like directly shooting something at it, basically what you would do is you would use a power or your orb predominantly to do something to hit it. So like let's say if there's, or let's say like this whole section here's the boss, right? And there's a cube up here, and you could use the boom shroom to blow a fuse by it so that thing swings and hits it in the face. Boom, that's how you do it. And then once that happens, the boss will run away and it'll open the path for you to keep on going. That's kind of our end goal in a sense. On how we'll handle the bosses. The bosses will be super simple. Like they'll have 3 abilities, maybe 3 fights, but they can still attack you while you're trying to do the thing that's gonna hit them. Is that good, man? I've already read that. I'm addicted. Yeah, I see that. I did play a normal yesterday in League to kind of see how it feels, but the thing is, my team was stomping so much that I really didn't get a chance to test anything. I think that game we went like total enemy score and our score was like I think 21-4 before they FF'd. Any puzzles in the game yet? Yes. So well, the more complicated ones are later on. So like right now, let me see if I don't remember exactly which world it is. I think it was the previous one to this one. Let me see. No, I lied. It was this one. Nope, I lied again. This one, there we go. So like since the first 2 worlds are very forgiving and super simple, we wanted to keep it that way for a reason. Obviously make it whether you play platformers a lot or if you're new to the category, make it pretty streamlined for them. So like this one, I'll let you take a guess, Joe, on what the pattern is. So basically, you have these switches, and these switches you have to activate them in a certain order. If not, it fails. So activating these in a certain order will open the door, basically. Yeah, I've been playing here and there. My record is 1-1. Oh, that's pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. So this is one puzzle. There's also, I guess you would call it a puzzle in a sense. Let me see if I can find it here, actually. Oh, these. So, I forgot what world this is in. I'm not going to go and dig for it now, but these are those platformers I was mentioning. So, you use the orb to interact with the white part, and then you move it up and down this, which is the spline. So, you move this up, down, whatever, based on its path, and then it'll open up something for you. In this case, it gives you access to a switch. Does the main character have a name? Yes, yeah, no, I would say. So his name is Skelly. That's like the name that in the game. I don't want to go too much into the story because I feel like the story is pretty cool or very interesting in my opinion. But I think the name that we had for him was like, ooh, hold on. I don't remember actually. Something in the J. Whatever. His predominant name in the game is Skelly, and then he does have a name, like because he obviously wasn't born a skeleton. He was human, and then him, dying in the cave made him a skeleton, brought him back to life. Yeah, like for this one, for example, again, to keep it simple, the puzzle is you have to step on this one, and this one. How do you know that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So our puzzles, for the most part, puzzles with using this, it's just more like looking at it, right? Like knowing that, okay, if I move this one up, that gives me access to move this one to the left. And then you kind of just do that, right? And there's other ones where it's like it's an environmental storytelling puzzle. So in this one's like you look at it, it's like, oh, there's not much of a difference between these, but you see that the traps are laid out in a very specific way, because you see in other ones, right, there's like a spacing in them, or like there's no it's just different, right? But to see these organized or laid out specifically how they are here, it's kind of showing like, oh, so that's the code. The code is 1, 2, 3, or middle, left, right. And then that'll open the door. Excuse me. And then, so actually a really cool one, Joe, since you're asking about the puzzles, we have one of the shroom powers is an electricity shroom, or I think it's the shock shroom. I think shock shroom. Pretty sure shock shroom. And basically what that does is helps you connect power between wires. I think to select a connection, basically. Actually, I could probably show you a little example of that. So if we go to developers, it's in one of the test folders. Don't remember which one. Is it this one? No, not this one. Welcome again, everybody, to YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Currently working on a 2.5D platformer. I am a level designer. Any questions? Anything you'd like to say in chat? By all means, chat away. What the hell is the test level for this thing? Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, there you go. That's perfect. This is actually where I want to spawn. So let me get my player start. Oh, it's right here. Good. So. See, like this is the physics work, right? You're getting these gears and cranking them up. I think this does work. Yeah. It's a little wonky. Yeah. Hey, where's... Oh, here they are. Okay. So here are the 4 shrooms. And then now, like in this one... So, like, right now, this path is... What's going to do is it's going to cut the connection. So what you're supposed to do is you go here. And see how that connects it. And then now you go from here to here. And you're supposed to connect it there. But then, obviously, because it cuts the connection, it doesn't work. So you're supposed to do it like that. Boom. And that solves it, but I think it still breaks the connection. Yeah. So I think I'm supposed to... Hold on. I think it's supposed to go across. And then up. Did it work? No. I forgot how this puzzle works. This is all just done in the test level. Oh, well, you get the gist of it. I don't remember exactly how this puzzle works. So that's how it is. So you go from the cube to the pyramid, and connecting these wires together to power up the door, to activate the switches, to activate the platforms, whatever. And then kind of going along the same path where you have... Oh, that's right. I gotta jump across. Kind of far now. Whee! How's this here? So there's the electricity one. This is the destructive part. This doesn't work. Oh, shit. Currently, because these are outdated. because this project was initially for Unreal 4.26. Then we decided to convert it to Unreal 5. Why is this? That's the sound of footsteps, but why? That's weird. And then we're switching it from 4.2 or Unreal 4 to 5. They don't use the destructible meshes like the same anymore. You have to like manually fracture them. I should light that on fire. Yep. And this is the same system. It's like a fuse thing. And I'll break it. Boop. I think this one's the other one. Yeah, there we go. And that's gonna fall. It doesn't do any damage though. Blink. And this is the, again, same thing, fuse. There you go. And that doesn't work over there because it's outdated. Yeah, the electricity system is super cool. There wasn't going to be used to trigger any man's primary person. Yeah, there you go. For pulses. For the pulses. I am going to 2-4. I need to hide this. Oh. So now from here, again, I need to create all these destructible meshes, and I'm not going to do that right now because that's just going to take way too long, to be honest. But the whole point is they're being chased here. I feel this maybe actually be a little too short, huh? Let me see. So from right here, this thing's going to start falling. I'm like, ah, no. And then just blowing things up. What I would like, actually, is the rock. Rock is here. Blueprints. There we go. I think I would like to have this like blocking the path. And then having to blow it up. Which if that's the case, well, first off I gotta make this bigger. Welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome, welcome. For how long you've been a level designer? So I graduated from school in 2020, like right at the end of October. Actually, literally the 31st of October. I took a year hiatus because obviously a lot of good things I liked about school. It taught me a lot of things, but there was no, because that's the thing, like you could be a jack of all trades, right? You can know a little bit of everything, which is awesome. You know, like that's a good role for like being a game designer. But realistically, if you're trying to work in a AAA or like a big, you know, in a company, you have to have a specialization, right? Like you could be a programmer, but maybe your preference is combat design, right? Or economy design, or quest systems, or narrative, whatever it's going to be. Like your specialization in the field. So I took a year to figure out what I want to do. I did 6 months of coding, like just hard learning coding. And I did 6 months of learning programming. Oh, not programming. Modeling. So like game art, you know, 3D design, modeling, UV wrapping, the texturing, materials, all that stuff. I liked programming, but it was way too frustrating. Way too frustrating. So then I went into the modeling stuff, and it was cool, and I liked doing it, but it just wasn't for me. I liked making assets. Yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't really as fulfilling. And then after that is when I took like another 6 months to learn more about level design. And that was my thing. I like being able to, somebody tells me, here are all the tools that you need, and if you need more, let me know. Build out what I need. In the right way, right? You don't just want to throw a bunch of shit in the world and hope for the best. Like you want to actually layer them out in a way that makes sense for both the player, introductions, practicing, blah, blah, blah. So I would say probably like a year and a half, 2. And also I've been pretty much working. I have been contract jobs. Some have been my own personal projects that I'm working on still. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I would say realistically more for like 2 years, give or take, something like that. There's like a whole like science that goes behind like when you're playing a game and certain things happen the way they happen. That's a level designer's job, right? That's the role. Whether it's to portray the right emotions or make the lighting just perfect to where you feel really uncomfortable or you feel like something bad's gonna happen. Stuff like that. And another big thing, a part of level designers, what they do is documentation. So there's three main documents. I'd say probably more so two, but three. The first one is a GDD, so a game design document. It's basically the Bible for a game. So anything and everything that happens in the game, level, an interaction, an enemy, what does it do, how does it work, economy, whatever, is all tracked within a GDD. And usually that's managed by a level designer, sometimes by like the lead level, whatever. Then you have the LDD, which is a level design document, and that's more like per area, per world, per level, unique, right? So like if you have a map, say a map with 3 different levels in it, you would have a technically five level design documents. You have one per world, one per level, per segment, and you have one for the world to link all those elements together. So if you have a barn, town, desert, graveyard, each one will have their own document explaining what happens in it, and you have an overarching broad one that's like the name of the world that has all those elements connect together. I also need a TNT, base, explosion. And if you ever want to learn more about it, by all means, there's no pressure to. I like doing it for fun. I've been MIA on my YouTube for a little bit because I've been sick. Well, not only because of that, but because my last video was like right at like mid-December. So you have the holidays, which it's like 2 weeks of just that you don't get anything done pretty much. So 2 weeks of just holidays celebrating, and then after those 2 weeks, I went on vacation. Went to Tennessee for like a week and a half. And basically, as soon as I came back, I got sick for 2 weeks. And I'm still kind of there, but I'm recovering now. Ever been in a game jam? Yes, I have. So technically, this game actually is a game jam. I think our demo is still somewhere out there. Again, just a big thing initially because this has technically been reinstated again as of November. But it was off for like almost like 8 months. Because of our scope. We're just like really ambitious what we want to do, and the management that was handling it, whatever, then kind of fell through. And now that it's a smaller team and much smaller scope, like realistically wise on what we could complete, now it's much easier to get actually get a game set up by the end of this year. I was in one before that with, it was me, a buddy of mine, 2 artists, and like kind of like a in between, like a programmer and an artist. It didn't go well. That's the one thing with game jams is you could really tell early on the squeaky wheels, and yeah, it does set you back, right? Because like I was doing the level design and some game design with it too, and I was doing my stuff and things were working out well. The other guy I was working on, he was cool too. He was doing his game design stuff, like he was doing his programming. He was our main programmer, which was great. But then our 2 artists like really fell hard. I mean, even just for like the main enemy of it, which is gonna be the only enemy in the game, took them like 4 or 5 days, not even to model, to concept it. Like we were following with the hey, like how's it coming along, and our assumption was that they were modeling it and like kind of tweaking as is, which is cool, that's fine. But they weren't. They were just basically doing concept art. And then we had the other artist basically complete MIA after like the 2nd day. And then the middle ground person, she just like, oh, I just can't, I'm just too busy. She couldn't do it. So that's it, kind of fell through the tracks. I'd like to do another one, but I need a solid team. I need people who are actually reliable. Again, I'm not saying that these guys weren't reliable. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but just they were all over the place. And I can't have that happen again. I don't want to waste a week, 2 weeks of my time, and then just nothing comes from it, basically. Alright, so I'm actually going to make this pretty much wide, actually. Now that I think about it. Let's move this over. There's actually a game jam that was going on now that I was interested in starting. But For me, it's just too much going on right now. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the beta on the shooter map. Yeah, I just haven't been able to test the multiplayer. That's the unfortunate part. It's there. Oh, it's not there. It's not fully done. I'm actually doing another map for it for part of a YouTube series I want to do. So I'm trying to work that out too to implement it. I haven't actually worked on that in a little bit. I genuinely really do need to test the multiplayer on it, because I can figure that out, then it's good. Because what I want to do for that game is, I'll release it for free. I don't give a shit, because I haven't really done much of the programming, but I want to have a version that's like shooter maps, so at least 2 to 3 like default shooter maps, and then I have 2 to 3 like story maps and like zombie maps in a sense, like that progression, sneaking around type stuff. I think I'm gonna bring back is the projectile shooters. Oh, I think it's called auto shooter. Yep, there it is. Gotta figure out how to get the server up and playable. It's the thing is, like, I messaged him. I was like, hey, is there any updated notes on setting up the multiplayer? Because from my understanding, I set it up right, like it's all good to go, but it's definitely not working. Like there's something that's missing. There's one thing that I think I was missing that I didn't do before. That may be the issue, but then I honestly kind of just forgot about it because I started working on this because this was actually something that is very realistic for it to be released, like very soon. So I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna do this, and then I kind of just forgot about the shooter entirely, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna bring it up here, maybe. What are you gonna stream today, Mitch? Any idea yet? Ah, crap, I gotta pee again. Probably Tarkov, nice. I'll probably be on relatively early today because I don't have to cook. Or League, I'm down for both. I'll play, if you want to play League, I'll play normals. I'm not playing ranked. I'm not playing ranked until they hotfix a lot of this shit, dude. If not, I'm good, bro. No way. I'm not trying to get my placements screwed over again. Something that's out of my control. Alright, I really gotta pee. I'm gonna get a refill my water bottle too. So I will be right back.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that. Since my filter's a little... it's not old. But since I need to replace it and I have them more coming in tomorrow, it takes forever to fill up my water bottle. And obviously I also have a mega jug, so that takes a little longer than that. Alright, so... I need a fuse. That's what I'm missing. Fuse. Where are you? There you go. I need to rotate this. There we go. Voodoo! What a do, my man? How you doing? Oh no, they're being chased back. Oh, oops. That's awkward. So that's... Wait, why is that not there? Be at 0. How are you doing this fine Wednesday, sir? Ah. I think it's there's an awake thing. Start awake, that's what it is. There you go. Yeah, turn that off. Hey. Huh? Why did that work? So why didn't you work? How do I have the other one still? Am I missing something here? Type. Enable clustering. Oh, I think I gave it mask before. Is that what it is? Let me see. Oh. I think actually that's what it is. I believe it's because... Yeah. Now it should work. There we go. Okay. Cool. I do have to make that pretty immediate though. Like a second. Because if not, they're going to get crushed by the boulder. The boulder. Yeah. Alright, sweet. I do not like the way this looks, though. Welcome, everybody on YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. Feel free if you like to chat. Ask any questions. You definitely can. My man Voodoo came in with his emojis or emotes, and that's it. No hello, how are you? He doesn't blow me a kiss. What a guy. I could add in here, like I could probably get away, that's selected, with spawning like these small ones. Oh shit. That's not what I want to do. Well, I did want to do that, but... Yo, what's up, Lolo? Is that Lolo? Yeah. How long have I been into game dev? I would say 2, maybe 3-ish years, give or take. I graduated in 2020. I took a year off to basically figure out what my specialization would be. And then once I figured out it was level design, that's when I started actually working on things, whether it was documentation or actual level design work. Yeah, it just kind of varied, obviously. Yeah, what brings you to the channel, to the stream? How'd you come across me? Are you also a game dev, whatever yourself? I don't like the way it looks. If you are, I'd love to hear what you're working on. Alright. Alright, they say blow it up, right? Boom. Gets blown up. Cool. Oh, well, alright. Oh, god dang it. I know what. So this game is... Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Let me just get these in position. This is a 2.5D platformer. It's called I Died in a Cave. So I'm recommending. Hey, sweet, nice. That's awesome. So yeah, this is a 2.5D platformer where you are a skeleton in a cave that, through the magical properties of the cave, you are now back to life, and you use your soul, which, hold on, is this to interact with the world, to obviously solve puzzles, to destroy objects, and to progress further, to get out of the cave in a sense. There's obviously a narrative part to it, but I don't like going too much into details because that's something I'm really trying to keep close to the vest. But basically that you weren't always a skeleton in the cave. That's what I'll say. So like this is your soul. It's called the orb, but we call it the soul because that's the power you get, and you use that to interact with like this. These are the power-ups are mushrooms, which each mushroom does something different. There's currently four of them now. So one, it'll activate. Oh, hold on. Oh, not this shit again. Hey, come on. Don't do this to me. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. God fucking damn it. Hold on. I might have to stick it out a little more, that's why. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Ah. You little shit. Why are you like this? Well, it's supposed to blow it up. It literally just did it like 5 minutes ago. Well, that blows up the TNT to blow up this rock. There's other ones. So you have... it's fire, electricity, sticky and gooey are all one. They just need to be replaced. And pulley. So sticky, imagine it like almost like a grappling hook. So you stick it to the wall. Well, actually, I guess I can just show you. So you have sticky. Yeah, it's green. You get it, right? And you can just... Whee! And you would swing across stuff. Oh, I did a little too soon. Oh, wrong one. Then that's the fire one. You also have pulley. So like the base power of your soul, which is just this blue color, is you can interact with physics objects. So anything that has physics on it, you could grab it, pick it up, throw it around, whatever. But the pulley one makes it stronger. So like eventually you want to have big giant stones or to use... Oh, well, I guess that's what we're supposed to do. But you have big stones that you click on it and then pull them across. Hey Edgar, welcome. Seems like a very creative game. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm excited to actually start building out our first demo for it, or first updated demo, because we were a part of the game jam, but then our scope changed. So it was sticky, pulley. Electricity is meant for solving puzzles. So there's certain puzzles where you basically connect fuses to power one another, and then in doing that you open a door, activate something, start that give power to the area, whatever. And that's pretty much it. All these other ones are different. Like the force field was supposed to be like a one-off like protection, kind of like the Mario Super Star. Basically, you become invulnerable for one hit of something. I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore, so I guess we'll see what happens. Let me change the fire. There you go. What about you, Lolo or Edgar? You guys working on anything? You guys game devs yourself, or you just like looking at the kind of like the people working on things, like the chat? What tickles your fancy? Alright, so why isn't this working now? Genuinely. I don't know what happened. I literally didn't change anything, and now it's decided to... Boy, what to do, baby? You suck. Bastard. Oh, hey. Why isn't... Not dandelion. Explosion. Surprised I reverted. I'm really into game dev, but I don't have any projects I'm working on currently. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. What's holding you back from going into working on something? Is it just like knowledge, or you're not too sure where to start? Why are you the way that you are? I wonder if it's because I'm not on the plane, maybe? I think that might be it. Perspective. What happens if I move it a little forward? Just a little bit. No, I think it's gonna make it worse if anything. Oh, oops. I'll move that back. There we go. Let's go back to front. Hide the stupid plane. It's so obnoxiously white. I know this isn't it. I know it's not because... Because what I initially thought it was... Where's my... Hello? No? I think it's lack of knowledge and experience. I'm also not very good with continuing to work on one project without starting new ones or canceling them. So that's fair, and honestly, that's a good point, because, you know, frankly, I think that happens to a lot of people. I think a big thing that I would recommend for you is, one, try and find one that you really like, right? Something you really are passionate about. Like, man, I would really love to create this. It seems so cool. And what I would recommend, again, not a lot of people do this, but it's good to really get like everything on paper. So, also, I guess random like personal advertisement. I do have some videos on my channel that kind of help you with getting that set up. There's a video series that's called pre-production, which basically helps you set the base foundation of a game that you want to do, and then from there, once you have like everything on paper and you see exactly what you need, and you'd be like, oh, okay, so let's just do baby steps. Thing is, with game design, it's never like an overnight thing. That's one thing I would definitely like stress to everybody. It's gonna take, I would even say, a minimum, like, especially starting from scratch, a year, realistically. Even some people who know their stuff, either way, in the end, you're gonna need art. You're gonna need stuff that is a little more time consuming. But I would first just get everything on paper, the idea, what mechanics are in there, how do they work, the controls, you know, what the, like, your time frame, even, because the time frame is also ideal too. You know, you set yourself a year to do something, and you kind of start tracking, like, all right, in first month I want to have the player controller set up, second month I want to have enemies set up, third, fourth, fifth, fifth, whatever, you know, keep on going from there. But get it all on paper first, and then really just start cracking at it step by step, and just start tweaking it as is. You'd be surprised, one, how much tutorials out there on creating pretty much anything. And then two, if you didn't need help with something that's very like specific, right? You know, you have a lot of developers that have like their own discords that you could actually reach out to them to and ask some questions, you know, do like some coaching, stuff like that. There's a lot of tools out there, you know, that people are surprised and, you know, get hesitant with starting anything, but I think a big part is just doing something, you know, taking the first step is a huge push in the right direction. And again, if you obviously wanted some help with like getting the baseline done, I would definitely first, again, I don't really do this, nor do I care. If you want to watch my videos, you can. If not, I really do it just more for myself because I find topics interesting. But if you want, start with the pre-production videos, get something set up, and then once you have it done, obviously I don't mind helping you out. If you want, you could join my Discord. You could, you know, DM me any questions you may have, and I can help you out from there. I don't mind helping out whoever I can. It's just obviously the first step. You got to take that first step. Look, even if you want. Look, I'll open the door for you. If you're interested, by all means, join in. You can see when I go live too if you don't want to just chat around. If you are really wanting to do something, you're really interested in the game dev like industry, I guess, take a shot at it, man. You don't lose out on anything. If you want to join Discord, by all means you can. Again, I'm not pressuring you whatsoever. Do whatever you feel is comfortable. If you don't want to do it, there's no harm, no foul. I don't take any offense to that whatsoever. Okay, so alright, cool. Sounds good. I'll see you then, man. Absolutely. And the video series isn't long either. Ah, there you are. Hello. The video isn't long, and I think now, though, the original GDD document, which you'll see in that, is not, the link isn't working anymore, but if it doesn't, again, just let me know. I have no problem sending it to you. But I would definitely recommend, just give it a shot, man. Take some time. A lot of people, like, think, oh, but I don't have a lot of time in a day. That's me, right? I do that a lot. You seem really chill also. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Just hanging out. You know, again, if I could help you out with any questions, comments, concerns, I'm more than happy to do that. Again, I'm not like an industry veteran. I haven't been working and stuff for 15 plus years. But I feel like watching people, learning about how it works in the small time I have, does get you a pretty solid foundation. It's just, you know, obviously execution sometimes takes longer compared to other people. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so like the whole time thing, right? Like, oh, I don't have time, you know, I work, I do this. Trust me, there is time, because I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? If I ever complain about time, I realize, all right, so I wake up pretty early. My mornings are pretty packed, especially if I'm streaming. If I'm streaming my usual Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm pretty much from like 10 to 3, I'm booked, right? I don't have time to do anything. And then afterwards, pretty much I just chill for like 30 minutes and I go to the gym. I come back, I cook, I take a shower, I hang out with my wife for a little bit, and then at that point, that's when I'm actually free. So it's usually around like 9:30-ish. If I really wanted to and I complain about time, instead of me going from 9:30 to 11:30 playing video games, I could stop that. And I could be like, all right, I could fit in an hour of that time instead of the full 2 to start getting started on it. But I know that I'm a night owl, so I'll take from 11:30 or 11:15 to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning working on my own stuff. Whether it's this project, if I need to make up a certain deadline, or if I'm working on my own stuff, I know that late night time is for me. I could take my time to do shit like that. Like, I could work on my stuff in that moment. It really is just like, I would say having a schedule, but not really. Like, I know for me, if I can't do anything throughout the day, at night, I could work on stuff. As long as I don't have like an appointment the next day, then I don't really care. I could sleep on 5 hours just fine. So I normally do it from like 11:30 to like 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock if I'm really in a good roll. And then I'll wake up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I keep on going. Just keep on going. Not saying you have to do that, by the way, and I wouldn't recommend that from the get-go. That's for sure. But I know that you could definitely find the time. It's just what time frame works best for you, right? I always forget what the fuck I'm doing here. So, rock go boom. Once rock go boom, what then? I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch this. So let's bring this down. Tate. Too much. There we go. Maybe like that. I feel like I need to make this still longer. That's the thing. If I could make this Indiana Jones boulder destroy everything it touches as it's running across, which I'm pretty sure I can, even if it's simple, just destroy all actors, then I think I will do that. Then I gotta have it ignore this. I'm on a school break right now, so I have plenty of free time, which I think I should use. I agree with that too. Don't get me wrong as well. So there is a psychology thing. It's called like the theory of play, basically. And what that's referring to is getting yourself a schedule, right? And something that's realistic, right? You don't want to say, I'm gonna spend 10 hours working on blah 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 blah. That's just not fair to you, and you just crash and burn later on. Realistically, what you want to do is have a schedule that is the most flexible, but is the most consistent. So let's say if you can only do 2 hours of game dev stuff in a day, but then realistically it actually becomes 3 or 4 on average. Cool, that's a win. But you're still allotting that 2 hours to work on things. And on the flip side of that, you still want to make sure you have moments of play, is what it's called. And moments of play refer to two things. So there's also a flow of play, which means like being really in the zone on something and working on it. So to the point that like it doesn't even feel like you're working on a chore, like you're just learning something new and you're super ecstatic and like time flies basically. And then you have the other state of play, which is basically taking those small moments to disconnect and do something that's not necessarily mindless, but something that's just more of like a reset, right? So like some people, when they come home from work, come home from school, whatever, their thing to do is just immediately go take a shower. Or they want to take a shower. I wouldn't really consider showering because it's kind of like a mandatory thing, but you would go and play video games or watch TV for an hour or read a book, right? Something that's just like a disconnect from everything, the hustle and bustle and everything else. Even if it's like something you really love doing game dev stuff, you still need to have that state of play separation so you could disconnect, right? And like not be fully invested in it. And just do something that's very casual, lax on the brain, blah, 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 blah. Oh man, it's gonna shift my stuff, isn't it? Oh, it's not okay. Yeah, it's just, again, just be realistic with yourself, right? Like if you know that you could do 4 hours in a day, great. Just start off with 2. Start off with 2 and see how it feels. I want to have another thing blowing up here. I don't know why this image is sticking out of my head. Spawn. Boom, boom, boom. Bye, anybody new on YouTube? Welcome, by the way. I am a level designer working on a 2.5D platformer. If you guys have any questions, comments on, obviously what I do or about some of the projects I'm working on, by all means, ask away. Hope you enjoyed that, Mitch. I'm also streaming on Twitch, so if you hear a bunch of nonsense, that's over there. I've had the first thing you mentioned about being fun to work on when I was working on a Sonic the Hedgehog engine. I did finish the level editor. I actually had a pretty consistent work on it. It's been 4 or 5 days since I haven't touched it. See, that's the thing. So, and it's good, obviously, that you found something that was enjoyable. Like, that's a huge plus. But a big thing is just, like really just getting right back on it. Like, I wish I would say, like, oh no, it's just taking time away. There's definitely moments to take some time away, 100%. However, you also don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, right? Oh, did I do? I don't know why this is here. It's just really getting back on it and staying consistent. Even if let's say you work on it on Monday, Tuesday, but then you take Wednesday, Thursday off, right? You want to keep that back on. You want to go Friday, Saturday. Say 2 days on, 2 days off. Like doing stuff like that. Like that is actually a pretty decent flow in my opinion. But consistency is key with something like that. And especially if you're going to be taking days off on working on something, you want to make sure that you have notes in line, right? Because if let's say you, even for me, like I come back here looking at this level, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking of? What am I doing here? What's happening? I don't know what's going on, right? So that's the thing. It's finding that balance. And then if you know you're going to be taking a couple days off, write some notes, like what your thought process was, which is why I started doing this, right? Like I'm constantly tracking things that I'm thinking of, because if eventually I'm going to remember it again and I'm going to realize, oh, you already said that and you just didn't write it down basically. So why are these two off? Home incognito, welcome, welcome. Jennifer's body, negative 69.420%. What? What the hell are you talking about? What is that? Isn't Jennifer's body that movie with, what's her face? Megan Fox? It is, yeah. Well, she's like a hot, demon chick, right? Some shit like that. Alright, so where did I mess up here? That this one's 2. What? Okay, so that's not anything. I just look weird. It's 1, 2. Oh, I see why. Okay, I got it. Oh, I don't actually know. Wait, stop. Tonepa, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm also just gonna say this for Twitch and for YouTube side. I'm streaming on both, so if you see me hopping around or speaking to nobody, I'm not losing my mind just yet. It's just because I'm talking to somebody there. Talking about the Ken Carson music and recognize a bit of the music in your back. Oh, really? This is just like lo-fi. Well, it's not lo-fi. It's a new one. It's called Purple Cat. Actually, look, I'll show you. See? Purple Cat. It's basically lo-fi in the end. It's funny they have that song on there. I wouldn't have expected that. Or like an instrumental of a song from that movie. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you a follow as well. I don't know if that's what your first time chatting, looking to get some more followers. I figured I'd just do it anyways. So you're gonna hear me say this a lot, but welcome to everybody on YouTube and or Twitch. If you guys are curious, I am a level designer. Currently working on a 2.5D platformer, where you are a skeleton that died in a cave and you use your soul to interact with the world. That's the gist of it. It sounds like Jennifer Body though. If it was barely accurate, I have no idea. I'll take your word for it though. Why is there duplicates here? We'll brought you to the stream, and I'm assuming that's pronounced home incognito. But we'll brought you to the stream. Anything specific caught your eye? You just browsing around? Everybody, welcome on Twitch, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so I think that might be a little too big now. By the way, I'm going to use a blockade here. I want it to be that they run. Oh, I could probably make this a little wider. Or a little longer, I mean. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want them to basically get here. Run. And then... Oh, no. Let me save. And then from here... Can I duplicate? I could. Just get rid of this. I know. Let me not get this last one. And from here, let me get 2 more there. Man, I don't like the way it looks. Move it downward. Ah, shit. That's alright. I can live with that. And then from here is where that shroom is. Another shroom. Blah, 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 blah. No, that's not it. This one. Oh. Again, guys, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's doing well. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if anybody's working on your own project, we'd love to talk about it. Let's move this like that. Make this too. Just make like a little bundle. Little bundle of shrooms. I don't know if I can actually do this or not. Why does it say that? When did I add this shout out thing? To add that they're whoever I shout out that they're pretty cute too. When the hell did I do that? Let me see. I keep forgetting to change that. Cloudbot modules. No, commits. Oh yeah, I had it set up on there. Why is the chat lagging on YouTube? Really? I don't know. I know YouTube has been super wonky lately, by the way. Like, at least for me, like, video-wise, has been really crappy. Like, shit not loading or anything is super weird. Like, I have rollbacks on. When I type, it's so horrible. The characters like they disappear and come back. Oh, really? Huh. Let me see. I'm just gonna randomly test it on mine. No, it's fine for me. There is that YouTube has been slow for people using ad block. I've heard on Chrome. Ah, see, that makes sense. Then they play Minecraft in their queue. There, I changed that. There we go. Things not loading is due to ad block, or if you have YouTube Premium, apparently they're trying to F us up all, but we ad block shall remain strong. I just don't even care about the ads anymore at this point. As long as it doesn't happen in like these musics, like the live channels, then that's fine with me. I think uBlock works fine. I don't get how YouTube Premium users are affected by this though. Yeah, I wouldn't understand either, honestly. Maybe a mistake on their part. Yeah, potentially. I have no clue. 90% of the time, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, so I go here. And I go, whoa. There you go. And this is all supposed to be panic inducing. I want people to freak out. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm actually going to make this a little taller too. So I'm just going to move this up one. And then one here. Probably going to get rid of this too. Oh. People on Twitch are in an ad right now, so I'm just going to wait for them to finish. It's only 10 seconds left. Or no, 20 seconds. Yeah, and then this boulder that... the boulder that comes rolling down is just going to destroy fuck all, basically. Including the player. Have you ever heard of Clonoa? No, but let me see. Clonoa. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. This looks so familiar. Why does this look so familiar? Okay, so it's not old. Oh, no, it is. Oh, shit. Fuck it out. Wow, this is, for some reason... This rings like such a bell. At Edgar Davis, Polly, imagine paying for something you could get for free with no ads, and you still get lagging stuff. That's true. I'd be pissed. I mean, I can see it. The thing is with platformers, and game is nowhere near similar, but it reminds me a bit. No, it's fine, and I wouldn't take any offense to it either way. Like like a lot of platformers, it's very difficult to make things like substantially their own unique thing unless there's like a very big like art element of it, or you introduce like a crazy new mechanic. The originals from PS1. Ah, maybe that's what it is. It looks so familiar. It looked very familiar. But like, yeah, platformers are usually kind of the same thing. You know, some do have more enemies than not, but realistically, you have a lot of jumping, traps, avoiding stuff, and then like collectibles like coins or whatever, or something that gets you something in the end, right? Excuse me. Oh, yeah, groggy. I ran out of coffee pretty early into the stream, actually. Yeah, I think once I'm able to show you guys the polished version of this, will there be DLSS and RTX in your game? Probably not RTX. I don't think so, at least. I'm not too sure if we'll be using it, either one of those, just because our game really isn't, like, I guess it's not really necessary to have that. I don't know if necessary is the right word for it. I'm not opposed to it, I don't care. I guess just depends on the end, like, hardware-wise, and if there's any extra cost to it. That's pretty much our only thing, honestly. And if it's not a pain in the ass to set up, like if there's nothing that's gonna affect the scope or like our trajectory for releasing it, then I don't really see the need for it personally. My PC can't run Google. Do you have a team or are you solo? We are a team. Small team though. So initially it was like 9 people, but things kind of just fell through the cracks, and a lot of people just left or just really weren't doing enough, so they're basically laid off. So right now it's me as a level designer, game designer. I'm kind of in between, but mainly the level design. Like all the levels you play through will be my doing. Then we have a game designer, programmer. He's our main dev. We have an artist. She's recently brought on board. We do have an artist because she was from the original project, and then she kind of went away for a little bit and she came back. And then we have a marketing dude who's still, obviously he's not really like super active now because he's working on things to get us ready for when February comes around. And then we had the original project manager who actually gave us like the green light to handle it again, and after changing the scope and whatnot. He's kind of there on standby. He's not really doing anything, but if we need something from him, he's willing to help out. So I would say realistically, like currently active 3, but in total 5. If you mean Chrome, I find it to be really slow. I'm joking around, don't worry about it.
Yo, betcha
sweet Bippy, I did. Who was that? Who followed me? Hold on. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this. Homard Artistic. God, Jesus Christ, that was rough. Appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just engage you on the conversation style. I see. Interesting. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, what do you do anything in the game dev industry? Home? Just call me incognito. It's easier for me. Oh, actually, this thing's working now. There we go. Yeah, a bunch of random people that follow me. When they follow me. Oh, it's you. All right, cool. Welcome. If you're also interested, you could join my Discord. I posted a link up earlier. Again, no worries if you don't want to. There's no need to. If you're, it's your choice. And if you like to sub on YouTube, that goes a long way too. Again, I don't force anybody to do anything. Switching sides can don't get fair enough. Same for you as well, Edgar. I don't know if you have a Twitch or not, but if you prefer watching on Twitch, you could. Up to you. I don't care. I have both. I stream on both, so I'm perfectly fine with either one. Alright. So I need the rock to go, and that's fine. And then other rock will go here and go. Oh. It's a great video, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that one. Right, I think that's good here. I'll probably end up just putting some of those destructible crates here. Shit feels easier. Memory, that just scared the shit out of me. Good. What were you doing that you got scared, huh? I'm watching you. Sneaky, sneaky. Now this is what I call a good Twitch points investment. Edgar, it's been a really long time since I used Twitch. No worries. No need to. Up to you. It's where you prefer. I was just chilling and sounding like, oh. Any tips for level design? Oh, hard question. I'm trying to think of like what would I narrow it down to the 3. I'd probably say make meaningful decisions when it comes to both layout and story. 2, organize everything into the GDD. Make sure you have everything, like the step by step, like track it. Like don't go like just right into your engine or whatever and start building stuff. I would say set a base first, right? So whether that's creating a map and taking your time with it, or doing the documentation to kind of align that in that way, then I would do that. And then third, there's a lot. There really is, but do your research. That's another thing too I would say. So I would say do your research in a sense where, like, if you're designing for a mansion, a post-apocalyptic mansion map, right? Let's just say, I wouldn't centralize it around like a cyberpunk theme, right? I don't think that's really the gist of it. That's just, I don't think that's really realistic. But do your research on what you're designing, so you could provide the most realistic and best experience to your end user. Let's see. Artistique sent my tip for level design. Do not forget about verticality in your game. Very good point. You can't just go right, left, and expect the level to not feel repetitive. I never designed a single level on time. But it's a good point. It's true. Verticality is a good one. Like, even in this game, right? You really are just going. Every single level is laid out where you are starting on the left and you go to the right. But it's not like left and right just exactly like perpendicular from each other. You go down, you dip down a little bit, you dip up, you go right. Sometimes you even backtrack a little bit to the left to then go right. Just depends. Hello, comment. Welcome back, idiot. Respectfully. Yeah, of course. And again, that's kind of like a broad scope of things. There's probably some other things, like depending on what you're doing, like when you start designing a map, it's like, oh, what can I do to kind of get an idea? I mean, I would say research is a big part of it, but after a while, you also get an idea for like flow and the feel of things, and that's just really based off practice or studying games to understand how they do that in an effective way, right? And again, if you're interested and you really want to get into level design, game design stuff, just browse around some of my YouTube videos, man. I would never try and put an emphasis on my channel. I don't think I ever have since I've started streaming and doing the content. But if you are genuinely somebody who's interested in it, I'm not a whiz at everything, but that will get you a good direction on what you're trying to do. That's the main reason why I'm mentioning it, because I've been in your position and I did it more recent than not. And even when I was in school, it was weird kind of figure out what I was supposed to do, and these videos I feel like will get you in that right spot. Shameless plug. Shut up. You don't know anything. Actually, it's about to get time to call the stream a little bit. Not soon. I still got like another 10 minutes. Gotta have lunch and then go to the gym. Actually, you know what? I might just call this here, right there. And we can just chat for a little bit. If anybody has any questions or interesting things they'd like to discuss. Shameless plug. I don't. Yeah, see, I told you, you don't know nothing. That's why I watch Gio's YouTube. That's funny.
You betcha sweet Bippy I did.
Hey, look at that. It's the boy Edgar. Welcome, Edgar. Welcome. And if you are interested too, this is not another shameless plug, but if you are like wanting to make something, start streaming. There's nothing wrong with that either. Yeah, obviously you might be doing it just like yourself for a while, but it kind of holds you accountable. So obviously I left my old job in July. I just couldn't. It was just a mess, nightmare. Didn't want to deal with it, but I left in July so that I could just do the things I wanted to do, because I basically would work 10-hour shifts, come back, and barely have any time to, just hang out, whether it's with my wife or just play video games, or really effectively take hours and hours in a day to work on something. So I did that, and I started streaming, and I really didn't think I was going to go anywhere, and really honestly hasn't made like crazy traction to a point where like, oh, I'm making, thousands of dollars. That's not the case. But it holds you accountable when you stream. Like, you stick to a schedule, Monday through Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever, and you're able to really like stay on top of that. And then just again, It's that whole, getting yourself in the state of play when you're working on things. If you like watching a dumb person try to make games, you can watch Keith Makes Games. Nah, you don't have to watch him. I wouldn't recommend this channel. It's kind of weird. I don't like his art style persona. And I'm pretty sure, I can't attest to this, but I'm pretty sure that Keith Makes Games guy smells. He smells like cottage cheese left out in the sun. Like 90% sure. Not 100%, but I'm pretty positive. No, I'm just kidding. If you're wondering, the channel Keith Makes Games, that is Comet. He's a really cool guy. He's actually was or I guess still technically is, the project manager for the game we were just working on. He's doing his own stuff now, doing a couple other things because he's cooler than us. That's about it. Yeah, I figured we'll just probably chill here for like the next 5-ish minutes before I call the stream. I don't need this anymore. I heard he smells like cyanide. What the hell, Keith? What, of all things to pick, you couldn't have said like cheese, bacon, I don't know, a nice artisan roll or something. You go with cyanide? What's wrong with you? You need help, sir. You need help. Don't make me blush. I still remember to this day when I worked at Subway a very long time ago, like 10 years ago. I would leave that place smelling like onion. And if you haven't had it before, I'm pretty sure you know of it. They're Italian urban cheese bread. So the seasoning on that was just cheese. And herbs, basically, like some mix of herbs. Is that you climbing the mountain? Oh God, hell no. This is like a pre-built-in one. This is horrible. I would never want to do that. No, thank you. Let's put that there. We'll have the cat on the background. There we go. Mr. Purple Cat. Or Mrs. I don't know, actually. Cyanide smells like almonds, apparently. Really? Is that a thing? Where's... Can I smell? Oh, a bitter almond smell. Really? I never would have guessed that. Look at that. Ah, shit. I couldn't snooze it in time. You guys are gonna add rum. Crap. What a joke. Whenever you're ready to get started, Edgar, just let me know, man. Definitely love to help you out in however way I can. It's everybody that is in my Discord currently. They're like you'll see in the self promo section. They're all like devs, artists, whatever. You can obviously tune in with them and just chat with them as well. What's my favorite language to work with? Spanish, actually. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. So my program is in C#, like where I originally started with C#. I didn't like it. I'm honestly not a programmer. I don't like coding. I know how to read it, I feel like, pretty effectively. It's just execution-wise where I do lack in it. I would probably say C++ is the one I understood the most, in my opinion. Oh, you're out of here, Comet? Alright, sounds good. Appreciate you for coming back in. I'm probably going to end the stream in the next couple minutes. Oh, look, actually, one of the guys that does this, is it from today? Is he streaming? Right, today at 2:59. Oh, yeah, he just went live. We'll probably go and raid out to him. He's a cool dude. Well, if it updates, because it says he's live, but... Yeah, so I'd probably say C++, honestly, just because it's easy for me to read. But I only work in Blueprints, and I worked in Unity because that's where, again, our program is mainly out of Unity, and they use C#. They have their own visual script, and then it's called Hammer or something like that. But yeah, I'm more Blueprints, and then I do read C++. Is this thing gonna update? Because it said he went live. C++ is a rough language. It is, but I don't know. Like for me, I feel like I understood it much better than C sharp. C sharp is very easy. I will say that. They're honestly kind of the same, but not at the same time. I will say the standard of C++ and Unreal is a little rough. I will agree with you on that. That was kind of hard to stick around with. Oh, there we go. The question was, Edgar asked on YouTube, what my favorite language to work with is. I think because, again, I had such a rough time with C Sharp when I was in my program. I had constant issues. Now, again, it wasn't necessarily the coding itself. It was Unity as an engine. Not that it was bad. It was bad for me. I just couldn't. I couldn't work on anything in there. I always constantly had issues. So when I graduated and I started learning C++ just because I wanted to figure out what I was going to do, I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, pretty easy to understand. Some annotation, so maybe C++ is skewed. Oh, that's true. C Sharp is easier, though. I will give you that. I started visual programming, but I found myself enjoying written programming. I like Lua a lot because it's quick to write and fun, in my opinion. I use the Love 2D framework a lot. I mean, not a message. Oh, I haven't worked with Lua at all. Visual programming is kind of nice because, like, even like for example, Game Maker is like a predominantly 2D engine, and they use a form of 2D language. It handles like all the code for you. So like if you have a character or if you have an object, or an actor is what they call it, they'll literally just click a button and now that character could jump or double jump or use an attack or whatever, right? So just I don't know. I feel like I did enjoy learning C++, but I wouldn't want to learn it to be a C++ programmer. But blueprints are also derived from C++ in their own kind of way, so I don't know. But C Sharp is much easier. Python is easier too. It's pretty nice. I think it's just easy to get into. I just wish it went. Yeah, that's another thing too. It is pretty slow. I just saw your comment, Keith. That's Keith Makes Games is the guy I was mentioning before who is comment on Twitch. Unity is poo. It has gotten better, but I don't miss it. I don't think I'll ever go back to it, to be completely honest. And actually, guys, I'm going to call the stream there. I'm going to go ahead and actually raid out to a buddy of mine who actually just went live on Twitch, the Taliscade. If you guys are open to it, again, no pressure. If you could just lurk around in his stream, because he's almost close to hitting the what do you call this? The affiliate goal. Stick around and talk with him. He's pretty cool. He's working on his own game as well. He's working on a game jam, which is pretty sweet. I haven't kind of. I use it during my job as a tools programmer, but otherwise it's nice. I heard Unreal will make a Python-esque language called Verse, so I'm surprised with how everything for them is C++ oriented in a way. I don't know. That'd be surprising to see. Right, but I am going to go ahead and raid out to my buddy here. Taliscade. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. That was not. So again, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream, chatting along. You know, obviously doing the follows and everything. Much obliged. I'll catch you on the next one. I'll be going live probably Friday later though, because I had to go help a buddy in my move. But once I come back, I'll go ahead and just get right to it. But nonetheless, have a good rest of your day, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Adios. Peace. Oh, well, this is awkward because I'm still raiding out. I forgot that I had to click the raid button first and then leave. But yeah, if you guys can lurk around the stream, I appreciate you. Alright, now have a good one. Take it easy.
Oh, we're gonna pause you.